Spooky season is here, and with Halloween right around the corner, I've got the perfect excuse, albeit a very flimsy one, to talk about one of the greatest anime of all time, Cowboy Bebop. Now I know what you're thinking.
Cowboy Bebop? That's not a horror show.
Ah, and you'd be right, for the most part. Look, Cowboy Bebop is a genre-jumping masterpiece. One episode's a space western, one episode's a noir, one episode's a heist movie, and every now and then it'll masterfully dip its toes into the horror genre. Most fans choose to focus on Toys in the Attic, which is Bebop's comedic take on Alien. But today, we're diving into the show's true nightmare. The one that left a scar. The one that still makes your skin crawl. Perrault Le Fou.
Wait, stop! I can't take it! I'm just a little kid!
It's a full-blown psychological horror masterpiece that doesn't just scare you, it distorts everything that you know about Cowboy Bebop. By episode 20, a lot of eagle-eyed viewers may have learned that Bebop follows a certain rhythm. Every episode or session follows a loose beat. Spike hunts a bounty, a fight breaks out, Jet cleans up the mess, and then we all just groove along to Yoko Kanno's incredible soundtrack. But Perrault Le Fou totally flips that on its head. Instead of chasing a bounty, Spike's just relaxing. He's shooting pool, having a drink, minding his own business. Then without warning, a massacre just erupts outside. Enter Mad Perrault, a levitating, laughing, gun-toting psychopath in a tuxedo, top hat, and with the physique of Danny DeVito.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Wow. Bang! Well, I don't see so good, so I missed. Then they ran away. I ran after them.
Okay.
Bang! Try to shoot him in the back.
The moment is cold, clinical, horrifying, but also completely random. Within seconds, Spike is on the run, bullets are bouncing off of Perrault's invisible shield, and for the first time in the entire series, we see Spike afraid. Not just afraid, but utterly terrified. What makes Perrault Le Fou terrifying isn't monsters or gore, it's just how random the whole thing is. Spike just walks outside for a moment and stumbles into this nightmare. There's no bounty, no reason, just bad luck. Perrault isn't a member of Spike's past or some enemy returning for vengeance, he's just there. Had Spike stayed in the bar 1 minute longer, he would have missed him. Had he stepped out 1 minute earlier, he would have died. It's the kind of fear that burrows into your mind. The idea that horror can find you by chance, the chaos doesn't need a reason. It's basically what makes the movie The Strangers so effective.
Why are you doing this to us? Because you were home.
When Perrault attacks, Spike isn't the cool, smirking cowboy that we've grown to know and love. Instead, he's the prey, disoriented, bleeding, terrified, and his escape is just pure dumb luck. A passing cat triggers a memory in Perrault's fractured mind, giving Spike just enough time to crawl away. This is Bebop's formula inverted. The rhythm of the session collapses, and the audience realizes that no one, not even Spike Spiegel, is safe. We soon learn what Mad Perrault really is. He's the result of government experiments to create the perfect killing machine. He was a man stripped of fear and pain, turned into a weapon, and in the process his mind regresses to that of a child. And that's the true horror. Perrault doesn't kill out of revenge or hate or any kind of malice. He just kills out of play. As Jet grimly says,
"And really, there's nothing more pure and cruel as a child."
It reminds me of a scene, and I believe it's in the first Jurassic Park novel, where this one guy stumbles into or falls into a nest that happens to be the home of a baby T-Rex. And the baby Rex ends up killing him, but it's super slow, it's very drawn out because this baby is very curious. Mad Perrault is innocence twisted, a toddler with infinite power and no understanding of consequences. His violence isn't evil, it's instinctual. He kills the way a child plucks the legs off a spider, just to see what would happen. He's the embodiment of curiosity unrestrained by empathy. He's an immortal child with a gun. And I gotta say, if I had a nickel for every time that Spike encountered some kind of evil immortal child, well, I would have 2 nickels. Which doesn't sound like that much, but it's very odd that it's happened twice. For Spike, this is a new kind of villain that he has to find some kind of way to take down. But to Mad Perrault, Spike is just something new. Spike is the first person who survived seeing his face, the first toy that didn't break. So he invites Spike to a wonderful party, an invitation Spike, broken ribs and all, just can't resist. But what's so brilliant about this episode is that Spike isn't just confronting a killer, he's confronting himself. Throughout Bebop, Spike's biggest flaw was his detachment, his comfort with death, his reckless dance with danger. He's alive, but only half alive, drifting through life as if he's already dead. Perrault is the other side of that coin, all emotion, no restraint. They're almost reflections of each other, 2 ghosts orbiting the same void, one killing to feel alive, and the other fighting to remember what living even means. And that leads us to Spaceland, a deserted amusement park that feels ripped straight from a nightmare. It's like Disneyland meets Batman the Animated Series.
Hello! Welcome!
Yo.
Let's party!
And what follows is one of the most visually stunning sequences in anime history. And then, like every nightmare, it ends in chaos and confusion. Pierrot finally feels pain for the first time when Spike stabs him. And like a child, he collapses and just sobs, screaming, There's no heroic victory, no revelation, just silence. Spike doesn't learn anything, he doesn't change, there's no hidden message. He just walks away, shaken and alive, but totally by chance. It's a bleak, perfect ending, one that captures the essence of true horror. That being, sometimes the monster doesn't teach us anything. Sometimes it just shows us how small we really are. And then there's the Netflix version. Oh god, Sad Clown A Go-Go? What a f***ing joke. It takes away everything that was haunting about Pierrot Le Fou, the randomness, the silence, the lack of motive, and replaces it with plot. Instead of it being a chaotic, random encounter, Pierrot's just a syndicate assassin sent by Vicious. What? Why?
Why? Why?
This falls victim to the trope that I have hated for a long time, and that's the whole Anakin built C-3PO syndrome. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's episode 1, we gotta have connections. Look, here's Anakin. Hey look, he built C-3PO. Isn't that cool how they all connect to each other? No, not everything has to connect to each other. Instead of him being a nightmare, he's just some other boss fight. The horror becomes convenience. The mystery becomes lore. And in trying to connect every dot, it misses what made the original terrifying, and that was that there was no reason. Pierrot Le Fou didn't need logic, it was just pure chaos, and chaos doesn't need context. Pierrot Le Fou isn't just Cowboy Bebop's scariest episode, it's a reminder that horror doesn't always come from monsters or blood. Sometimes it comes from pure random chance, from realizing how easily your life can become someone else's nightmare if you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So for my money, if you guys want to watch a good horror anime episode, especially on Halloween, I recommend episode 20 of Cowboy Bebop, Pierrot Le Fou. Now I'm gonna get back to work on the next video. So until then, see you, Space Cowboy.